How we doing, YouTube? Check that out. This is a piece of maybe apple. I think it's apple wood. It's got some of the most spectacular grain I think I've ever seen in this piece. I knew when I cut this on the saw it was going to be a nice piece of wood. You can see all these dodgy patterns and some nice spalting going on already, and we've not even started yet. It's 12 inches corner to corner. It's got some very deep holes in it right here, so I don't quite know how much of this is going to be left. It might end up being a very shallow little dish. You can see I've found the center and drilled my woodworm screw hole, so we're going to wang it on the chuck and we're going to be spinning straight away at 1400 RPM. This is my relaxation time piece today, so I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you on the other end. Wow. Okie dokie. Stunning. I think we're going to lose these corners, folks. I'm going to make a round bowl. I think the grain will speak for itself. Okay, it's round. Now I need to get into this bottom to make the mortise. Okay, now that's as shallow as I want to go. As you can see in here, we've got some huge bark inclusions, and I'm going to completely ignore the fact that they are there and put a mortise in here and just hope that that's enough to hold it, because I don't want to change my design from this, because I like it. Is that a good idea or a bad idea, folks? Stay tuned to find out. Folks, I've gone up to about 320 grit, which I think is plenty. Now this is a mix, well, it's what was left on the brush from the other day. Shine juice and Howard Feed and wax mix. And I'm just going to brush it into anywhere that I can't get very easily. And what I'm going to do next is we're going to get some of that Brad's Workbench product, sanding paste and tongue wax, and we're going to apply it liberally to the piece. I just wanted to get a bit of this stuff in those holes before it all gets full of paste. Now then, if you haven't got yourself some of this yet, give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? You could sand up some pieces to a nice finish. I think that's the worst that could happen. So go and visit Brad's Etsy store, and if you fancy it, get yourself some tongue wax. He's very proud of the tongue wax product. And we're going to be giving it a proper test in a minute here. I'll just bang some of this sanding paste on, see if I can clean up the finish a little bit. And I don't want to put it on when the lathe is running because it's just going to make an absolute mess. So I'll put it on the piece and then, you know, polish it off. That grain's already coming out beautifully, isn't it? Now, because of these bark inclusions, this rag is going to get, or this paper towel is going to get absolutely destroyed. So I'm going to commit a cardinal sin here in a minute and use a cloth, which you should never do, because you'll get caught up in the lathe and it'll rip it out of your hands, and it might pull you into the lathe, maybe. I mean, I'm not one of those health and safety freaks, but even I know that it's a stupid idea. But needs must right now. Now, if you are going to use a cloth, what I like to do is get it as tight as possible so there's no loose edges. Let's see what it does. That's the sanding paste on. Let's get the tongue wax going. Okay, tongue wax. Do your stuff. So as per the directions, we're going to pop this on and we're going to walk away for 15 minutes. Just let it soak into the wood, which will give it a longer lasting protection. Let it soak in nicely. And I've been informed something I didn't know, which is that this tongue wax finish is food safe. In 15 minutes, and I'm going to use this brand spanking new 7-inch lamb's wool pad on the Mega Sander to polish this to within an inch of its life, hopefully. That's better. Some stunning grain in here. Right, time to get it turned over and hollow it out. Now, as you are well aware, we don't have a complete mortise. So what I'm going to do is get one jaw here and then the rest of the jaws there. I don't want the split points anywhere they can do any damage. Let's see how we get on. I'm not going to use a lot of pressure with this. Get as much of that jaw on there as possible. That's as much pressure as you are getting, me old fruity. I think we're gonna be okay. Now, first things first, you can see in this top little rim here, there's a few bits of tear out. So I'm going to take that down first. I'm going to leave a little bit of a flat because this grain round here is going to be spectacular. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a flat, and then we're going to hollow out a bowl. What do you think, folks? I've just started to come into that bark inclusion, which means we're within ½ an inch of the bottom, and in the middle slightly deeper. There's a bit of a lump here. I think it's within sanding range though. What do you think? Call it done? I don't see. Oh, definitely call it done. That there is about 1/16 of an inch thick. And as much as I like holes in things, if we can try and avoid it, that would be best, right? Right, let's sand it up, folks. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, my friends, that is 800 grit. Looking pretty nice. I'm just going to give it a blow off with the air compressor, and then we will be on to sanding paste and shine juice. Shine juice, what am I on about? Sanding paste and tongue wax, that's better. Okay, here we go again. Here's some sanding paste, generous helping, trying not to get it in those bark inclusions, otherwise we'll never get it out. Now I'm hoping that this tongue wax does what the hard feed and wax does for me, which is lubricate the rest of that grit, because there is still a bit of grit on the surface. Let's find out. Very pretty. So I'm going to get a bit of that tongue wax on a brush and brush it down into these little bark inclusions. Then another coat of tongue wax, and we're going to leave that one for 15 minutes. And then we're going to use the lamb's wool mitt to polish it. But that's looking pretty spectacular. Well, that's stunning, isn't it? Hope you agree. And yeah, you couldn't agree. That's pretty awesome. I knew this piece of wood was going to be nice. I've been looking for this piece of wood for, no joke, about 2 weeks. And I didn't know what it was going to make, but I'm pretty happy with that. It didn't look like Burl, but this is almost like Burl in here, isn't it? Right, I hope you've enjoyed that. Now follows some glamour shots in the light box, so you can get a really nice close-up look at all this this Burl effect in here. Right, see you next time, folks. Ciao.